Peace. Welcome back, everyone. Back in time with yet another pristine, fine, and genuine new video. This brother Henry Hank, Soul Conscious. Welcome back to the network of networks. Peace and blessings to all humanity in general. Peace and blessings to all walks of life. Peace and blessings to every man, woman, and child. I hope all is well. If not, I hope it gets better soon. Positivity over negativity. Remember, if you have a positive channel, cause, or endeavor you're involved in, a program, individually or collectively, and you want me to spread the word, as long as it's something positive, constructive, let me know and I will. Please make a note of it. You can view my videos as well if you go to the about or the description section or the discussion pages of the channels. It will give you my channel URLs as well as my other social media platforms. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, click the bell button to be notified. I'll do the same for you as well. You can also follow me on Facebook at capital or uppercase Henry or Hank Soul Conscious, or at www.tumblr.com, TUMBLR.com. And you go into the archive section and most or all of my videos are there, along with some great videos from some other people as well. So anyway, let's jump right into it. I'm continuing about where we left off, about Volume 1, Part 5 of, Tung Tzu's Art of War. Please remember to check out my most recent videos. Don't limit yourselves to the most recent ones. Also, feel free to browse through all the past videos on the channel and spread the word on both stations. So anyway, we're picking up at Section 6, Weak Points and Strong, about where we left off. If for some reason I continued with the wrong spot by mistake or there are parts that are skipped, don't worry. You can Google or Bing search this or go to wikipedia.com and go through the points. As I said at the end of this mini-series, I'm going to be doing a review or requiem of how some of the good points of this great historic book or series of chapters can help us even in our modern everyday lives. We can add parts of it to our armor. It is important. So continuing at point 7, you can be sure of succeeding in your attacks if you only attack places which are undefended. You can ensure the safety of your defense if you only hold positions that cannot be attacked. Part 8. Hence, that general is skillful in attack whose opponent does not know what to defend, and he is skillful in defense whose opponent does not know what to attack. Point 9. O divine art of subtlety and secrecy. Through you we learn to be invisible, through you inaudible, and hence we can hold the enemy's fate in our hands. Point 10. You may advance and be absolutely irresistible if you make for the enemy's weak points. You may retire and be safe from pursuit if your movements are more rapid than those of the enemy. Point 11. If we wish to fight, the enemy can be forced to engagement, even though he be sheltered behind a high rampart in a deep ditch. All we need to do is attack some other place that he will be obliged to relieve. Point 12. If we do not wish to fight, we can prevent the enemy from engaging us even though the lines of our encampment be merely traced out on the ground. All we need to do is throw something odd and unaccountable in his way. Point 13. By discovering the enemy's dispositions and remaining invisible ourselves, we can keep our forces concentrated while the enemies must be divided. Point 14. We can form a single united body while the enemy must split up into fractions. Hence, there will be a whole pitted against separate parts of a whole, which means that we shall be many to the enemy's few. Point 15. And if we are able thus to attack an inferior force with a superior one, our opponents will be in dire straits. Point 16. The spot where we intend to fight must not be made known, for then the enemy will have to prepare against a possible attack at several different points. And his forces being thus distributed in many directions, the numbers we shall have to face at any given point will be proportionately few. Point 17. For should the enemy strengthen his van, he will weaken his rear. Should he strengthen his rear, he will weaken his van. Should he strengthen his left, he will weaken his right. Should he strengthen his right, he will weaken his left. If he sends reinforcements everywhere, he will everywhere be weak. Point 18. Numerical weakness comes from having to prepare against possible attacks. Numerical strength from compelling our adversary to make these preparations against us. Point 19. Knowing the place and the time of the coming battle, we may concentrate from the greatest distances in order to fight. Point 20. But if neither time nor place be known, then the left wing will be impotent to secure the right equally impotent to secure the left, the van unable to relieve the rear, or the rear to support the van. How much more so if the furthest points of the army are anything under 100 L1 apart, and even the nearest are separated by several L1 or LI for short. Point 21. Though according to my estimate the soldiers of you exceeded our own in number, that shall advantage them nothing in the matter of victory. I say then that victory can be achieved. Point 22. Though the enemy be strong in numbers, we may prevent him from fighting. Scheme so as to discover his plans and the likelihood of their success. Point 23. Rouse him and learn the principle of his activity or inactivity. Force him to reveal himself so as to find out his vulnerable spots. Point 24. Carefully compare the opposing army with your own so that you may know where strength is superabundant and where it is deficient. Point 25. In making tactical dispositions, the highest pitch you can attain is to conceal them. Conceal your dispositions and you'll be safe from the prying of the spies, from the machinations of the wisest brains. Point 26. How victory may be produced for them out of the enemy's own tactics. This is what the multitude cannot comprehend. Point 27. All men can see the tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved. Point 28. Do not repeat the tactics which have gained you one victory, but let your methods be regulated by the infinite variety of circumstances. Point 29. Military tactics are like unto water, for water in its natural course runs away from the high place and hastens downward. Point 30. So in war, the way is to avoid what is strong and to strike at what is weak. Point 31. Water shapes its course according to the nature of the ground over which it flows. The soldier works out his victory in relation to the foe whom he is facing. Point 32. Therefore, just as water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. Point 33. He who can modify his tactics in relation to his opponent and thereby succeed in winning may be called a heavy-born captain. Point 34. The five elements, water, fire, wood, metal, earth, are not always equally predominant. The four seasons make way for each other in turn. There are short days and long. The moon has its periods of waning and waxing. Part 7 now, maneuvering. Sun Tzu said, in war, the general receives his commands from the sovereign. Point 2. Having collected an army and concentrated his forces, he must blend and harmonize the different elements thereof before pitching his camp. Point 3. After that comes tactical maneuvering, than which there is nothing more difficult. The difficulty of tactical maneuvering consists in turning the devious into direct and misfortune into gain. Point 4, thus to take a long and circuitous route after enticing the enemy out of the way and though starting after him, to contrive to reach the goal before him shows knowledge of the article of deviation. Point 5, maneuvering with an army is advantageous, with an undisciplined multitude most dangerous. Point 6, if you set a fully equipped army in march in order to snatch an advantage, the chances are that you will be too late. On the other hand, to attach a flying column for the purpose involves the sacrifice of his baggage and stores. Point 7. Thus, if you order your men to roll up their buff coats and make forced marches without halting day or night, covering double the usual distance of the stretch, doing 100 L1 in order to wrest an advantage, the leaders of all your 3 divisions will fall into the hands of the enemy. So I'm going to, leave there. We'll pick up from about approximately there next time. Peace and blessings, all the best in life. Remember, think right, reflect right, love right, do right, be right, live right. And like I said, please keep in touch. Click the bell button, like, share, subscribe. I will catch you guys on the fly in the next one. Enjoy the closing music as we depart, and I will see you guys next time. Peace, peace, peace.